with Z. If you haven't gotten your copy yet, go and grab it now. Go and grab your tea, your coffee, whatever you're drinking. Go and grab that because we're about to jump into today's episode. And if you haven't yet given me a like, give me a heart, you know the deal, because today's all about energy exchange, as is every single morning, because that's what Tea with Z is all about. It's all about communicating to drive levels of interaction. And the simplest form of interaction is to click that like button, click that heart, mix it up a little bit, not just even click like, but tell me if something is surprising, use the wow, whatever it might be. But better still, drop a comment in the comment section below and say good morning, because I hope it is an amazing morning for you. If you're watching from Australia, happy belated Australia Day for yesterday. I hope each and every one of you got to spend some time with family, friends, or even just vegged out. But if you are working, and I know a lot of healthpreneurs do work throughout public holidays as well, I hope you've got some time off coming to recharge your batteries pretty soon as well. So, from my heart to yours, thank you so much for everything that you're doing, because I know how challenging it is at the moment. And this is why I really wanted to touch on today's topic, which is the debrief. Because a couple of days ago, I spoke about the daily scrum and utilizing the daily scrum within your framework of your healthpreneurship, whether in your business, even in your personal life, to allow you to really touch base and communicate with your team, even your family members, about what you're aiming to do, what you're hoping to achieve, but what the plan is. The simplest form of a daily scrum might be, what are we having for dinner in our home lives, and figuring out what that is, because I know for so many people it becomes such a point of frustration, going, you know what, I don't care, just cook something. But how do we look at leveraging the power of the daily scrum? So what we're doing within a daily scrum is pooling our resources, and our resources are our talent resources. We're pulling them together to have an open and honest conversation, and a two-way conversation, to seek feedback, to identify pain points, challenges, and roadblocks, and to help work together to overcome them in order to achieve maybe our daily goal, our weekly goal, or our monthly, quarterly, whatever it might be. But at the end of the day, it's all in service of our purpose. Now, when we look at the debrief process within a daily scrum, or even outside of a daily scrum, the debrief process is a way in which we can look for the opportunities based on the outcomes of an objective. So if we had an objective within the business, and say the objective was to provide the best customer service today, or say, I'm going to be a little bit more specific, because being a SMART goal, say I want to educate 10 people today on the power of probiotics for immune health. Say that's it. And if we achieve that objective, the debrief process allows us to identify why we achieved that objective, what we could do better, and how we could leverage what we've done to make it even better to do next time. But if we didn't achieve that objective, so the result was, no, we didn't, well, then we'd look at, the reasons again, so why we didn't actually achieve that objective, and what we could do differently next time to help achieve it. So there's 3 different steps there. We look at one, did we achieve that objective? What was the result of that? So was it a yes? Was it a no? That's it. Because as we know, we have a SMART objective. And with that SMART, it's very easy to say, well, did we achieve it or didn't we? Then we look at why. We look at the reason as to why we did or didn't achieve that objective. And then we look at how we're going to do things differently in the future. How we're going to respond to achieving that objective differently in the future, to maximize the potential and that win, or to ensure that we can actually achieve it in the future. So what I'm asking for you today is, where in your workflows, processes, systems within your business could you look at leveraging the opportunities from by following this debrief process? If something has gone wrong in a system, a workflow, a process, well, how are you evaluating that at the moment? Are you even evaluating that in the moment? So the reason why I'm saying this today is this is exactly the process that I used to help create our Australian first and award-winning workflows and systems and processes within our pharmacy and for myself. And as a result of that, that allowed me and our team to leverage all of the opportunities that that brought about. It also leveraged us to really build upon that, to identify what worked well and really explore. We'll go, how can we make it better? Because one of our values was within the pharmacy is that there is always a better way. There is always a better way. But how do you find that way? Well, you need to identify, firstly, what the objective is that you're trying to achieve, what you can do differently, and how you can bring your team on that journey. So that's the food for thought today, because as we're moving into, we're already almost out of January. And as a result of that, what are you planning for next month? How are you leveraging everything that you've seen, all of the chaos, all of the challenges, the roadblocks that you've faced over this past month as a healthpreneur in whatever business, shape, or form? Because even I know some of you are even in the hospitality business. What challenges have you faced? You thought that we're coming out of lockdown, great, but we've got all these pseudo lockdowns now. And what are the impacts been for your business? It's probably been pretty challenging, right? So, but where can we do things differently? And for what purpose? So, Tash, what's coming through here? Let's check it out. Yeah, we always tend to reflect back and take lessons from what went wrong or when we weren't necessarily happy with process outcome. But when it does work, we tend to almost dismiss it. And at the end of the day, we don't take time out to think about why it worked and how to improve and replicate it. And really, yeah, before we actually look at understanding it, we really don't take the time out to actually reflect and to utilize our talent resources. And that's what I said at the start right there. We didn't do this alone. You know, at the end of the day, when we built these systems and processes, yes, I workshopped a lot of it, but I took inspiration from others. I took inspirations not just from other people, but from other industries. And so how can you take inspiration, debrief with your team, use the collective mindset of the team, the collective power of the team to actually improve your systems, workflows, and processes within your business? So that's it from me today. Food for thought, like always. And tomorrow we catch up exclusively in the Limitless Network. We'll dive a little bit deeper into what the daily Scrum looks like and what really is the point, you know, because so many people I see and I educate about this will start off, as I mentioned before, gun-ho, and oh my God, the feedback is amazing. But we fall off the wayside pretty quick. So tomorrow we're going to explore exclusively in the Limitless Network, and the details are in the description box below, about how we can leverage and maximize the opportunities from the daily Scrum and also stick to it, make it a non-negotiable as well. So some practical tips there as well. But that's it from me today. Have an absolutely amazing day. Stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to catching up with you exclusively in the Limitless Network tomorrow. Bye for now.